It is the 12th of the 10th month of 1440, and the following was from the 29th of the 12th month of 1438. Further reflections on the black path of Tariqa Azzeddini and the Algiers. On this 29th night of the lunar month, I return for some reflections upon the black path of Marcel, Montaigne, of Zaouia, Azzaqqum, in the Algiers, released by Martinet Press. The mystical, rather than literal, translation with Al-Quran 101:9 gets us ready to know of the attachment and sense of creation held by the Tariqa Azzeddini offshoot of the Tariqa Zaouia. فأمه هاوية فأمه هاوية فأمه هاوية. In the introduction, we were reminded of how there is often good reason why the West is disliked and distrusted, but sometimes even the most secret and forbidden paths will offer a Westerner a glimpse into a world that is not physically, nor psychically, nor spiritually, as would be expected of a religion. In the origins, we are reminded of how spiritual orders will arise out of others, are as part of spiritual gnosis. Dark or not, a spiritual path can be seen as connected to a mainstream faith, but be so different as to even be an opponent of the other faith. A Muslim may gain knowledge of forbidden magic, sihr, but it is considered an act of disbelief to support either it or soothsaying, kahin. You don't pay for acts like this being done. You don't say, oh yeah, go do that. But the knowledge about its existence is a different story. Under a chosen spiritual guide, a person is transformed and seeks experience in mysticism, while religion is about correct beliefs and practices. Sheikh Azzeddini learned at Kaf Newton an almost reverse cosmology where one gets in touch with one's monstrous self, Iblis, Azazel, and prepares itself for the absolute most regulate to hellfire. In the instructions, we may be provoked to admit that there are secrets of initiation and practice that go beyond what can be illuminated by just acting or mere philosophy. The pledge, teachings, remembrance, ceremonies, social clubs, inner nature, and the quality of the external beings are vehicles, are what operates the vehicles that are refined for their own illumination and possibly felicitating the enlightenment of others. 1,000 beads. for remembrance, repeating certain chants, general ones that mention specific entities or names. In the practices, we are reminded of what negative space can do for us, as can mats, scent, sounds, weapons, counters, symbolic objects, and more can be regular manifestations of a dedication and atmosphere. Blood, water, and fire are spiritual gateways. Those who call on or do what orthodoxy and orthopraxy tells us not to may very well deny that it is a sin or mistake, and that it is of their nature, rather than feel sorry for who they really are. Our actions manifest our beliefs and incarnate the principles of our practices. What is our becoming? What is our process? What is our state of consciousness? What is our timing? What are our relationships and other connections? What is the cosmology and sociology of the fire beings, jinn, or other beings we believe exist? In Revelations, we may question, what if the mainstream faiths try to lighten the shadows of the end times? Is God justly proud? Al-Mutakabir? Will the faiths that accept Jesus as Messiah become dominant only to war among themselves in a way that makes rural living the best chance of survival? Will Satan become incarnate in the flesh? Who are the chosen males and females? What is to come through the child of Satanists? What will happen in the steppes of Eurasia? Where will the armies of the Golden One go? Adajal. What will happen to what humanity treats as the most sacred places for religion? Whose and what will be the case of the throne? This book speaks upon some of those issues, and in working through such a text, we arrive at something even further, something beyond just, the exoteric of the path. There is the esoteric and the ethnic. Rahariya, Bataniya, Wataniya. And once you get used to such things, maybe you don't want to count on beads. Maybe you want to count on your fingers. But remember, you got to get past any sense of boredom to make the practices ever fresh in your mind and continually experience